Hello, and welcome to me holding a plate of chicken fingers and eating them. Nom, 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 nom. So I got my Ter Adun deck built, and I have, it's built. So let's take a look at, what's going on in the deck. Ooh, I get to go first. I love that. And so we're going to get rid of this Smashing Blow because that usually isn't helpful against an Aldmor, and I do have Smashing Blows in the deck. I have 3. I debated between 2 and 3, and I went with 3 because I have the Punishier's Gauntlets. That eats up a lot of shadow energy, so I went with 3 just so I didn't play Punishier's Gauntlets, use it on some ally, and then they come out with something big like a King's Pride, and it's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna have that up for 4 turns and I have no way of destroying it. So that was the big reason to put in 3. Let's get rid of... We are gonna get rid of the Punisher's Gauntlets though and play the Ironhide Karash. And we'll talk about these cards when I get them. So I chose Ironhide Karash over Brutalis. You gotta feel bad for Brutalis, huh? I tried to play with them in decks, and I have him in the, Logan deck. I think he's better than Ironhide Karash, but man, that's, the only deck I prefer him over the Ironhide Karash. Yeah, the Ironhide Karash is just better in a lot of ways. He really is. I still think Puin is the best 2cc ally. If I could choose just one, I would say Puin. Just simple 2-3, no anything. I think he's the best. We're gonna get rid of Kairos because he's 6cc. That's really the only reason behind that. Which is dangerous. I will say, getting rid of high cards early is dangerous. Don't think because I do it all the time that's the right move. I should probably hold on to those cards more, but I'm not going to. Cause whatever. It's my play. It's how I play. It's just kind of what I do. I don't think it's the best idea. I probably should hold on to cards more, but I don't. Okay, and I got my draw out, so we're going to throw away this bad Santa. I'm not worried about him killing the Ironhide Karash, but we will play the Disciple of Aldmor. And so we can talk... We are going to attack the Alden, because he won't kill it, and he'll do 2 damage. So let's talk about the Disciple of Aldmor real quick before I end my turn. So I chose to include that in this deck because this deck really needed a 4cc card. Because it's got Blood Frenzy, which is 3cc, and it's got Puncher's Gauntlet, which is 5cc. So it really needed something, and it's got, you're going to have your 2cc ally, but it really needed like my Amber deck has Jeweler's Dream there. That's my 4cc card. I really needed a 4cc card. What card am I playing with 4 resources? Which card is it going to be? And I don't think the Shadow... That was an interesting choice. Okay, and he's not going to... I don't think the Shadow allies have much to choose from. I think that's a real hindrance. Let's get rid of this Ironhide Karash. Play the War Banner and play the Crippling Blow and the Tainted Oracle. So that's the reason behind that. And the reason why I chose Disciple of Aldmor over any of the other allies is she has a lot of health, and I think that really brings this deck together. So a lot of health is very helpful. And that's another reason why I am kind of okay with her. If I could speak today, I would. I have War Banner in the deck. Now, I think War Banner, you might be thinking, War Banner, is that really necessary? In this deck, if you look at the deck description and you make assumptions or judgments or whatever, yes, War Banner is 100% necessary. The way I have this deck set up, it is so necessary. I feel like it's such a helpful card. Such a helpful card. Damage output is so low, and sometimes I just really need that little boost that War Banner gives me. Great. Let's just skip. Let's play the Crippling Blow on Tainted Oracle. Man, don't you hate that? You're playing Tainted Oracles and they just throw Crippling Blows on them and you're like, well, what do I do now? She might play a Supernova at some point though, but we'll see. She still hasn't gotten out of Tome of Knowledge. Now, I don't know if that's because she thinks I'll just destroy it or, you know, whatever. Or maybe she doesn't have one, you know. I don't know. If you're playing a mage, you should have Tome of Knowledge in your deck. That's your draw. You can get away maybe with the Rushalodwin not having it, but I don't know. So she does play Supernova, which I expected. She gets to draw a bunch of cards, you know, but it'll be my turn and I'll be able to get probably this Plasma Behemoth out. Ooh, or I might play... Let's get rid of this War Banner. She can't destroy it unless she's got an Artful Squire, so I'm like, yeah, whatever. We might play Bad Santa. Let's do that. Let's play Bad Santa, actually. Get some cards. And we're going to play this Aldmor, or Disciple of Aldmor. And I don't know if I've gotten one yet, but Wulven Predator, that is my 3cc ally in this deck. And it is my only 3cc ally. And basically the reasoning behind that is, you know, Deathmage Thaddeus is great, don't get me wrong. But I kind of like Wulven Predator. For one, he's 3/4. So with a War Banner, he's 4/4, which is very helpful. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and pay attention to what's going on at the same time. Let's get rid of this Ironhide. 2, 4. Let's get rid of this Spectral Sabre. So, you know, I'm loving, you know, he's 3/4. He beats Stealth, which that's one of your weaknesses as a warrior deck. Stealth is going to be your worst nightmare, and he beats it. So I have 2 options for Stealth. I have 3. I have Plasma Behemoth. I can use his ability. I have Crippling Blows, and I have Wulven Predator, which I think is great. You know, I want all 3 things. We are going to use a Crippling Blow on the Alden the Brave, which is scary. Yeah, I'm going to put out 2 allies. I don't want to just throw out that Plasma Behemoth because he's just going to be able to destroy it or freeze it with his ability. Not very helpful, but if I put out 2 here, he's going to have to make a decision. Even if he's got another Supernova, that puts him at really low health of 7, and he's going to start being in trouble. So let's end my turn. So yeah, Wulven Predator, not, you know, Morbid Acolyte, Infernal Gargoyle, they're all great, but Wulven Predator, I feel like he works well in this deck. I got Ironhide Karash. I have Disciple of Aldmor. I've explained why I like her. And I got, you know, I got Plasma Behemoth. Plasma Behemoth is great, you know, right? Plasma Behemoth is awesome. I don't have any others, though. You know, I just 4 of those. They're great. And then I have 2 Kairos, though. Kairos Doombringers. I got 2 of those because, you know, that's my big 6cc ally to really throw up there and throw a wrench in any plan that they've got. Hopefully, and I haven't gotten an Enrage, but hopefully I can get an Enrage. Man, let's get rid of this Blood Frenzy. I'm down to 8 health, so I'm kind of scared against a mage. You know, let's play this Plasma Behemoth. Kind of sitting here, I'm like, man, I want an Enrage. I have 2 Enrages. You know, I think if you're playing a warrior, you know, and you're thinking, what card should I put in? A standard for me in every one of my warrior decks that I make. Now, I was considering making one without these cards just to change it up. But in every warrior deck, I have got 4 Blood Frenzies and 2 Enrages. I just think that's the best. And here's one of them. I finally got it. Yeah, we might just skip. And we're playing the Enrage 100%. And what we're going to do here is we're going to play the Spectral Sabre. And you might be like, why are you playing the Spectral Sabre? It's to do whatever to the Dagger of Unmaking, which I can destroy with my ability. Oh yeah, I'm such an idiot. I'm not too concerned about destroying the Tome of Knowledge here. It is a concern, but I think the Dagger of Unmaking will help her come back in this game more than the Tome of Knowledge, which is why I made that decision. Let's end turn. Maybe what I should have done is played the Plasma Behemoth and then... I don't like any of those moves. I don't know. It's up for debate, but I think destroying the Dagger of Unmaking is the best move there, especially because I got the Enrage out. If I didn't get the Enrage out, maybe I would have thought differently, but now I'm up to 17 health, so she's not going to be able to kill me in 1 turn. And she's got to do something about my ally and stuff. Oh, so she played a supernova, so I win. So that was the match. That was my Ter Adun deck. So yeah, I got all. Well, let me show you the deck, real quick. I just want to show you in the deck editor by what I mean with the Disciple of Aldmor, because I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly. Okay, so if you look here, War Banner is optional, but some of these cards are you're putting in a warrior deck. Smashing Blow, I want to have 3 of those. Blood Frenzy, I want to have 4 of those. You know, so at that point, I've already got 7 3CC cards. So just loading up on a bunch of 3CC allies just isn't going to work in my mind. You know, I only want to have 4, so that puts up 11 3CC cards. You know what I mean? So you really need a 4CC card. You know, you need something to play turn 4. Besides just another 3CC card, or maybe an Ironhide Karash and a Crippling Blow. But that's if you're lucky, you know, and all this stuff. So that is why Disciple of Aldmor. You know, I got Spectral Sabre in there, okay, whatever. You know, that's 4CC. I might play that turn 4, I don't know. It depends on the situation, depends if I get it. But yeah, so I think she's really helpful, and I think she is the best 4CC ally for this deck because she has the most health. And, you know, Zaladar and Aladwin and Mahia, they can't even target her. So, that's great. And we got Plasma Behemoth. So this is, you know, this is my Ter Adun deck. But the deck list is in the description. And the last comment I want to make real quick is the Spectral Sabre. Now, I've played around with this card, and I love it. It's one of my favorite cards from Dark Prophecies. I love the, like, having the option to use it as a attachment destruction or as a weapon. I love it. Adds kind of a new little depth to the game of making decisions and stuff. Great. But I will say, most of the time, I'm putting it in as like a Sever Ties. And then, yeah, maybe once in a blue moon, I'll be able to use this as a weapon if the situation arises. But most of the time, I'm just using it as a Sever Ties. However, in this Ter Adun deck, I've used this weapon as a weapon tons. I think it's so helpful. Just throw a weapon on the board. You know, there's so many more situations in this Ter Adun deck where I'm like, you know, either the person doesn't have any attachments or I'm not concerned about destroying them for whatever reason, and I really just need to be able to do 2 damage or something really weird. So helpful. You know, but that's all I wanted to say about that. That's the end of the match. I didn't want to talk too long. But comment, rate, and subscribe. If you do, I'll give you a chicken finger. If you subscribe, I will mail you a chicken finger. Possibly. Maybe not. Only maybe. Not really. But hit the subscribe button anyway. Okay, bye!